Old school marketing will always win. Old school marketing will always win. And I have the data to show it. I know for it for a fact. And also, being our office over 500 agents, we're a microcosm of the market, the realtor, all the realtors, at least in the state of Ohio, and what goes on out there. So I see it. So, with old school marketing, to me, number one, sphere of influence, friends, family, community, referrals, one one referral away. A friend referred you to another friend. A cousin referred you to one of their friends. One step referrals, if that makes sense. And that's a majority of agents do that. So what I have in the data is that, and I came out with this video a couple weeks ago, 20 or 30% of realtors did not have a sale in the last 12 months. 30%. The next 20% had only one or two sales. So 50% of the realtors, 20% one or two, 30% none. The next 20% had less than between two and five sales. It's the next 20%. So 70% of realtors have less than five sales. And then the next 10% make it 80 up to 20 sales. So those numbers, 80% of realtors do not make enough money in real estate to say this is a great living. They make money. A lot of them are so happy they make an extra 10, 15, $20,000 a year. But are all 80% of agents are not making more than $100,000 a year. So where are all that business coming from? When an agent, average agent selling five, six, seven homes a year, do you think that is from their social media marketing or digital type marketing themselves or passive way of finding business? No, it's all going to be all those agents that do all of those transactions, and there's thousands of them taking up a big chunk of the sales. Are those agents that sell two, three, four, five houses a year, and they're all friends, relatives, old school marketing, face to face. Do they do it actively? Not all the time, but it just is the way it is. So, and then in our own office, over 500 agents, a majority, if you take a look at all of our listings, the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of listings that we have, I'll just go listings. And I see agents, one listing, two listings. I'll see agents that are awesome agents, but they're not the 30, 40 sales a year. And if I interview, which I've talked to many of them every day, but when I talk, well, oh, wow, you got one listing. Where's that? Oh, that's my friend. That's my relative. That's my neighbor. That's my cousin. That's my a direct referral from an employee at coworker at their other job. It's one step referral or below or connected to their sphere. Old school marketing. No one who's got one listing goes, yeah, I did this great Facebook ad and I found somebody random online, or I've been on social media posting, and some random person who's on my followers got to me, or I paid for a Facebook ad and someone clicked on it. Never do I hear those type of stories. So old school marketing will always win. I want to give you some ideas. Is that one? I'll give you some numbers. If you want to be in that top 5% of realtors, let's say top 10% are selling 30 homes or more a year, top 10, really the top 5% is 30 homes. Very simple. Old school marketing, get a database, create a database. What I mean, get people on that list, friends, family, neighbors, you start with those you ask those for one. Give me one person. You got 100 friends and family, go on your cell phone. You probably got 200 people right in there or 300 people right there. I say get 300 people on your database. You're going to follow up with four times a year, calls, birthdays, anniversaries. If it's one of your past clients, the day they bought the house that they're in, connecting with people that you're there for them. And then you get 300 people on that list over a period of years, it catches up. On average, everybody moves about 10 years. So 300 people, about 10% of them, 30 of them. Now, not all 30%, 30 of them will use you, but in hopes that say 20%, 20 of them use you, hopefully your other database is referring to other people. It's almost as simple as that. And that all that costs you is time. So that's one tip I want to give you today. Other things is doing things face to face. You have clients in your database, you've sold them houses somewhere. If you are not visiting them or stopping by their house, a past client that you just made, I'll just throw out a number, say $6,000 on $6,000 you made on these on somebody. Take 10% of that, say $600, and spend $60 a year, 10% of that, over the next 10 years. Stop by holidays, bring them some flowers, a gift, a pie, some cookies, something face to face. Show them you are show them that the not the last time you've been to their house was when you sold it to them 5 years ago. This will put you ahead of all of the competition. Their other friends that have just gotten to real estate, the neighbors that they know that they might have their license. The best and worst part about realtors today is the best part about being a realtor today. Everybody's out there is open to. There's so many people that you could connect with and put on your database. That's great that you can have. The bad part about because other realtors haven't done it. They haven't done it. So there's all these open, even people that bought a house. This is the saddest thing is when an agent sells someone a house, and then years later they sell it with another agent because that agent that sold them the house it didn't follow up with them between the time they bought and to the time they wanted to sell, or they have no clue. You didn't even put on your database. Just reminding yourself, wow, I sold this house to these. This is a first time home buyer. Or you follow them on social media, see, wow, they had a baby. They're going to have a baby. They just had a job. You're following up with them. Hey, how's life? Once a year. Oh, we just had a baby. Oh, 5 years. Oh, we have two babies. Wow, that 3 bedroom bungalow is probably small for you. Maybe they might be wanting to move. Things like that. Or you sell someone a house. I mean, even the best of agents that follow up face to face, handwritten notes. Happy anniversary of your house that you bought 5 years ago. Happy birthday. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Whatever. Handwritten notes and show that you put in some time and maybe even dropping it off in their door or something like that. I promise you, I promise any agent out there doing the old school stuff of picking up the phone, driving to the house, giving them gifts, handwritten notes, building that database, follow up with them 4 times a year by phone and pick a phone or stop by once a year, drop them off a hot pie for the holidays. Sorry, I said that again, but it's getting some good results from some agents that do it. And it puts you at an advantage over anybody that's doing a some digital social media, like, oh my gosh, some ad popped in to your person that's in your database's Facebook feed, or they saw a TikTok of this agent and that they're following on TikTok or something else digitally that's not specific to them. You will have an unfair advantage then because you know them. They've seen your face, they've known you've been to their house or come to their house once a year. You pick up the phone, just those personal texts, personal phone calls, dropping by, handwritten notes, puts you way above the competition of someone seeing some digital ad from some agent, or they just see some cool videos they do in social media, but they don't know them. They're not going to choose them. They're going to choose you. Because why? Back to that. Why do all of those agents, great agents, just saying, doesn't matter how many houses you sell, you could be a great agent, sell just a couple houses a year. I have a lot of them, love them. But what it is why do people use them? They don't care. They don't see their digital media. They don't see them. They're not picking them out because they sell 100 houses. They're not picking them. out to help them buy or sell a house because they saw their social media, and that is because they see them. They're their friends, their family, a direct referral that someone else told them to call. That's why they get that business. But also imagine those people, those agents that are getting it, and that's passive, because a lot of these agents are getting business just because they're around. They could, and if you're one of those agents, you could imagine, you'd be proactive and hit that 300 people mark. So many of those agents are falling across three or four or five just because they're active in these people's lives, because they see them, they active, they remind them they're in real estate. Imagine if you were actually active and proactive with this old school real estate marketing of yourself. Now, last, I will say this. Yes, the technology has changed with so many different things in the 33 years of being in real estate. But I promise you, if you put me two brand new agents right next to each other, one says, I'm going to sit in my house, I'm going to do all types of social media, digital marketing, and videos and things, and try to get viewers and all of that stuff. And someone says to me, Tony, I'm going to start building my database, friends, family. I'm going to sit on the phone all day. I'm going to go door to door. I'm going to write some handwritten notes every day. I'm going to call everybody three or four times a year on their birthdays and things like that. I promise you, that agent that doesn't even have a social media, I'm just saying, just to be even like that, the digital person with the social media and the videos and all that, they're not going to be doing door to door and phone calls and text messages. They're going to try that. And this person over here is not even going to have any of that either. I promise you that the person doing the old school marketing will win in the long run and build a bigger business, because this is still people person business. Most people will deal with people that are face to face. And I guess the real last thing I'll say, the agents that are getting the business from the digital side of things, this, buying ads on Facebook or social media or doing videos or getting a following on TikTok or Instagram or anything, and people are connecting that don't know them outside of those things. The only reason why you're getting those, my opinion, because no one over here is doing the old school marketing with those people, because they would not use you. They would not click on your Facebook ad if somebody has been calling on them four times a year and a direct referral from someone else. So the good news for you, for all the agents that are trying to do all that type of marketing, stay away from the face to face and the phone calls and the texts and the handwritten letters and things like that. The only reason why you're getting it, because there's not agents connecting with them the old school way. So that's the good news for you. You're still going to get business in the long run, but this is really the better way to build relationships. So that's it. I know I was going over my time. I always do. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you want to discuss anything, feel free to call, text, email me anytime. Get on my calendar, talk2tony.net, talk the number 2tony.net. Happy to talk to you. That's it for today. Have a great day and hope to talk to many of you very soon. Bye bye.